Okay, everyone. Welcome to the September 8th, 2025 Plan Commission meeting. Just a reminder, I think I mentioned if you have not signed in, please do so. This meeting is being recorded, so for your information. So I will ask for the roll call.
Burl Carpenter.
Present.
Amanda Cope. Here. Josh Fletcher is not here. Tina King is not here. Jack Rana.
Here.
Jen Sharkey. Present. Chris Thomas.
Here.
Jeff Peters.
Here.
Susan Ralston.
Here.
Steve White.
Here.
And Nick is not here. Austin Boudreaux.
Present.
Tim Shaw.
Here.
Rita is not here, and I am Grace S. and I am here. And we do have quorum.
Okay, thank you. All right, so you all should have received copies of the minutes from last meeting, which was clear back July 14th of 2025. Does anybody have any issues with the meeting minutes? Okay, may I have a motion to approve the minutes as written?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay, thanks, Burl. Do I have a second? Okay. Motion passed. All right, any old business, Grace?
Nope.
Okay. We will move on to the new business, so I'll let Grace go ahead and take over.
All right. See if I can talk and run the screen at the same time. All right, so our first case, 2025 PC 09001, is a rezone application. The applicant is Tim Zank from Remax. The owner is Angola Hillcrest Bible Church, 1207 South Wayne Street. It's currently zoned institutional. Legal notice of the public hearing appeared in the Herald Republican on August 29th. 17 property owners within 300 feet of the project were sent notice on August 28th. Applicable code provisions, Title 18, Unified Development Ordinance, Indiana Code Zoning Ordinance 3674-600 series, Indiana Code Commitments Enforcement 3674-1015. It is not within a floodplain. Staff recommends approval. The requested zoning map amendment is for a plus or minus 2.0 acre parcel located at 1207 South Wayne Street. The request is to rezone from institutional district to neighborhood commercial. The property is currently the home of the Angola Hillcrest Bible Church. They've decided to sell the property. There's a pending sale, and the buyers are planning to convert the building into a hair salon and spa and add an apartment. To help the buyers achieve their goals, the applicants are requesting the rezone to neighborhood commercial. There is a list of the permitted uses for the neighborhood commercial. I'm not going to read through them all, but you will see that a health spa or day spa is in there along with barber or beauty shop. So for the buyer's purposes, it would fit neighborhood commercial. Pictures of the church here. So the first picture is looking northeast from South Wayne. And then next is looking straight at it, looking east. And then one slightly slanted southeast there. The property is currently zoned institutional. To the north, there is R2 residential. East is low intensity industrial. South is low intensity industrial with some storage units there. And some R2 residential. And to the west is institutional, right where RMC is. The comprehensive plan, principle 1 is for managed community form and growth. Objective 1.5, strongly encourage redevelopment of underutilized, vacant, or abandoned structures and lots. And objective 1.14, continue redevelopment of existing underutilized properties on South Wayne Street. Future land use map shows this area as medium density residential. Rita did take 2 phone calls resulting from the adjoining notices. Both had questions, but they expressed no concerns once they heard a little bit more about the project. In conclusion, staff are in support of the zoning map amendment. We believe the neighborhood commercial district is a good fit for this area. The amendment presents an opportunity for economic growth while also adding additional housing for the residents of Angola.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Is there anyone here who would like to speak on behalf of the project? If so, please approach the podium and state your name and address.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I don't know if I need that. My name is Jack Hill. My wife Tessa. She's the one with the salon. Our address is 2648 County Road 20, Waterloo, Indiana.
All right, you want to give us an idea of what the plan is and so on?
Yes. So currently, my wife has a salon here, actually just off the mound down by the venue. That she has 4 stylists and 1 nail tech. The goal with the new building is to offer 10 stylists, 2 nail techs, a couple estheticians. She wants to do a head spa, just offer a lot more. She has a lot of people that are getting ready to graduate out of cosmetology school, sorry, that are eager to find a nice salon to work at, and so that is our goal for that. And then we want to add the apartment on, one, to just be able to help us fund the plan a little bit. It's a lot to take on with this, but it would allow us to be a little less stressed trying to have such a big salon, and allow a little more residency in the area. Yes, and make it affordable. We just kind of, we want to make something that all the housing around is so expensive. Renting is kind of out of control right now. And we want to offer something to a family that has the full 2 acres to do what they want, play, have kids, whatever, at a very reasonable price. So.
All right, anything else?
Anything you want to say?
Okay, does the board have any questions to present?
Just one question at this time, just to make sure, for the future plans. It looks like, is the drive to the parcel there, is that owned by the property owner south?
The drive coming in, I'm Chip Zank, read that. The drive coming in off of South Wayne Street is an easement, deeded easement in perpetuity.
Okay.
For Brad Walker to the church.
Okay.
And Brad's storage units are right back there and to the right. So that's sort of a given that forever and ever, as long as Brad ever wants to get in there and his customers want to get to there, these folks can get into theirs too. So it's a nice wide drive. It's been there forever. Easy in, easy out, easy access. As far as the actual building goes itself, they're not changing any of the footprint of this building whatsoever. Everything will stay exactly the same as far as the actual footprint goes. No extra square footage, not going up, not going out. So you'll see no difference in the way that it looks as you approach coming north or south. It just won't have a cross on it. It's not going to have, it won't have that designated church look to it necessarily, but it'll be a fine looking building with no bigger footprint. So it doesn't displace anything. It doesn't change anything. The tax thing will stay the same. Everything just kind of remains the same. We're remodeling all the inside to it. You'll have a regular, we hope to be a steady business. The rental unit is kind of a hedge against inflation because everyone's subject to the whims of when you get your hair done, when you don't, when you might want to do things or not. That's always subjective, but rentals are pretty much a steady. And if they have that as a cornerstone back there, it just makes for much more solid plan going forward. But from all aspects that I looked at it from as the seller's agent was, this is a church that unfortunately has just aged out and has 7 parishioners left, and they can't afford to keep doing this. So that meant it had to get sold to something, and they're just very, very thrilled that it will go to something that will be pleasant, useful, nice, good looking, all that good stuff. They're scared to death something else would happen with it, so.
That was a very much more professional thing I was trying to say. But yeah, pretty much what he said.
It's his project.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, is there anyone here to speak on behalf of the project or against the project? Seeing none, okay. So no correspondence then other than the 2 phone calls. Okay. All right. At this point, I guess, any other discussion among the board? Okay. I will entertain a motion then.
Actually, so I have we don't do findings of facts for the rezones, but we do have a few things to pay reasonable regard to, so I will read through those. And I will just remind that we are only doing this on the rezone, not on the development plan of the nature of the business. So finding of facts are not required for rezoning petitions. Indiana Code 3674, 602, 603, and 608 require the Plan Commission to pay reasonable regard to the comprehensive plan, the current conditions and the character of current structures and uses in each district, the most desirable use for which the land in each district is adapted, the conservation of property values through the jurisdiction, and responsible development and growth. So we are just doing a motion to forward a recommendation to the Common Council, whether it be positive, negative, or no recommendation.
Okay, based upon that.
I move that we forward a positive recommendation for the zoning change to the council.
Do I have a second? All right, those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? Okay, motion passes. Thank you. We are ready for case number 2.
All right, so case number 2. Project name is 2025 PC 09002. This is a development plan approval. Applicant is Taylor Land Surveying, Inc. Owner is Pigeon Lake Holdings, LLC. Location is 1040 East US Highway 20 in our ETJ. Current zoning is small to medium general commercial. Legal notice of the public hearing appeared in the Herald Republican on August 29th, 2025. 6 property owners within 300 feet of the project were sent notice on August 28th, 2025. Applicable code provisions, Title 18, Unified Development Ordinance, Indiana Code Development Plan 3674 1400 series. It is not within a floodplain and staff recommends conditional approval. Applicants are seeking development plan approval for a plus or minus 5,320 square foot addition to the north side of the existing 101 Lakes liquidation building. The addition will be 50 feet by 100 feet and will connect to the existing building with a 10 foot by 32 foot breezeway. Along with the addition, they're requesting a new drive to be added to the warehouse side. This drive will be large enough to allow semi-trucks to deliver and properly turn around. The proposed drive will be made of porous material approved by the Board of Zoning Appeals at the July 28th public hearing. We have a picture of the elevations there. And the next page shows a site plan. The property currently consists of 2 parcels. However, the applicant will be combining the parcels to allow the addition. So on the site plan, that's what that blue dashed line is. That's where the parcel is split, but before this ever comes about, that will no longer matter there. Yeah,
This is on the corner of 20 and 100 East.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the former G.I. Jody's is now 101 Lakes location. And you'll remember in the July meeting, they were here for the rezone of this, so it is all zoned the same now. So the aerial view of the 2 parcels, soon to be 1. And then a view looking north from US 20. And then from 100 East, looking east, that is the parcel that the addition will be located on. The property is currently zoned small to medium general commercial, C1. Surrounding land uses include agricultural to the north. On the east, there's R1, low-density, single-family residential. The south is agricultural and institutional, which is the high school. And to the west is low-density, single-family residential. City of Angola Comprehensive Plan update designates this area as low-density residential and agricultural in the future land use map. Principle 1, manage community form and growth. Objective 1.5, strongly encourage redevelopment of underutilized, vacant, or abandoned structures and lots. Objective 111, work collaboratively with Steuben County to effectively manage growth and development in extraterritorial jurisdictional areas around the city, including voluntary annexation efforts, especially on the eastern and northeastern boundaries of the city. No public input was received. Staff recommends approval of the development plan on the condition that all departments' comments and concerns from the plan review are addressed and that the parcel combination has been recorded.
Thank you, Grace. All right, so is there anyone here who would like to speak on behalf of the project? Please state your name and address.
I'm Alex with Taylor Land Surveying. Doing the site plan and development plan for this. So they just want to put an addition on the existing building. They need more space and want to connect it and have room for semis to be able to get in there and turn around. Pretty much just want to expand and keep it local and not create another site somewhere else in town.
Does anybody have any questions for the board? And there's been no correspondence. Okay. We'll do the findings of fact.
The Plan Commission shall make findings of fact. Approval of the findings may be in the form of a general statement. Disapproval of findings shall specify the provision of this title or the City of Angola's construction standards with which there is not compliance. The development plan is or is not consistent with the City of Angola Comprehensive Plan. The development plan is consistent with the City of Angola Comprehensive Plan, as the addition will be built on a lot that has been vacant for many years and will allow economic growth in the extraterritorial jurisdiction. The development plan does or does not satisfy the applicable development standards of Division 2 of this title zoning districts. The development does or will satisfy the applicable development standards of Division 2 of this title zoning districts once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed. The development plan does or will satisfy the applicable standards of Division 6 of this title, development standards, once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed and the parcel combination has been recorded. The development plan does or will satisfy all applicable provisions of this title once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed. The development plan does or will satisfy the applicable construction requirements of the City of Angola's construction standards once all plan review and routing comments are adequately addressed and the parcel combination has been recorded.
I have a motion to approve with the conditions that were stated.
Make a motion, we accept it.
Second? All right, those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Just to be clear, can we verify the motion with the conditions?
With the conditions?
Yes, we just speak that.
Okay, So the motion was that all plan review and record or routing comments are adequately addressed to the staff's satisfaction and the parcel combination has been recorded. And that was part of your motion. Is that true, Verl?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for. This number is 2025 PC 09003. Application type is a rezone. Applicant is 69 and 20 LLC, Mark. They are the new owner. They just closed last week, I believe. The location is just south of US 20 on the east side of I-69. It's right there at the off-ramp on our exit there. Legal notice of the public hearing appeared in the Herald Republican on August 29th, 2025. 8 property owners within 300 feet of the project were sent notice on August 28th. Applicable code provisions, Title 18, Unified Development Ordinance, Indiana Code Zoning Ordinance 3674-600 series, Indiana Code Commitments Enforcement 3674-1015. It is not within a floodplain and staff recommends approval. The requested zoning map amendment is for a plus or minus 1.61 acre parcel located just south of US 20 on the east side of I-69. The request is to rezone from highway commercial to low intensity industrial, I-1, to match the zoning of the adjacent property to the south. The requested property is currently vacant. The applicant recently purchased this property along with the adjacent property. If the rezone is granted, the applicant will be combining the parcels and seeking development plan approval to expand the current self-storage business. And again, here is a list of the permitted uses if it is to be rezoned. And some site photos here. So here we're looking northwest from Shoup Street, so kind of looking at 20. And looking at it straight west, then from 20 looking south.
So this is the property between the southbound off-ramp off of 69 and the road that goes back to the trailer park.
Yes, northbound. exit.
No, northbound. I'm
Northbound
sorry,
exit. Yes, it's right at that corner.
Okay.
All right, contextual zoning and land use. The property is currently zoned highway commercial district. I will say, I didn't put it in the staff report and I should have, but the property is actually split. So the zoning, the bottom portion of this is actually already zoned as the industrial. So this lower property is the industrial. The zoning is actually cut through here a little ways, and then it goes to highway commercial. So really it would just be making the whole parcel that industrial. But to the north is highway commercial, the east is highway commercial, south, the storage units is that low intensity industrial, like I said, and then west is more highway commercial. So in the zoning map, I guess I should have gone there, you can see that the pink does come up onto the parcel a little ways. Comprehensive plan, principle 1, manage community form and growth. Objective 1.5, strongly encourage redevelopment of underutilized, vacant, or abandoned structures and lots. The future land use map shows this area as highway commercial. No public input was received. In conclusion, staff are in support of the zoning map amendment. The amendment presents an opportunity to expand and refresh an existing business in our community and make use of a vacant lot.
So, is there anyone here who would like to speak on behalf of the project? If so, state your name and address, please.
Mark Cockcroft, 3955 West Sycamore Beach Road, Angola. And I represent 69 and 20, which has purchased the existing storage parcel. It's also purchased the parcel to the north of there that is currently vacant. That is two different types of zoning within one parcel. So it's been recommended by staff that we combine and come up with a zoning classification that would meet our needs. So one option was to go with HC for the entire parcel. The other option would be to look at going to I-1 with the entire parcel. And then we're gonna combine both legal descriptions into one legal description. So it'll clean it up.
Does anybody in the board have any questions for Mr. Cockcroft?
What you're saying is that all the property will all be zoned the same.
Correct. Yep, that's what the goal is.
Yeah.
And that would be with the expansion of additional storage units?
Yes, we, after this process is completed and then we put a legal description together for both parcels, we'll then work on a site plan and redevelopment plan that would combine both parcels and offer additional buildings.
How many units do you plan to put in there?
We're looking right now at putting in 2 to 3 climate control buildings. There's a need for climate control in this area, and then we'd probably be offering one additional, what we refer to as conventional storage.
Will there be any problem for parking areas?
Well, you can see there's 2 entrances on there. One entrance is what has been set up right now for that front parcel. That is going to be abandoned. And so we're actually going to have our main location entrance where you come down that road into the second entrance there, and then there will be parking at that point. I've been in the business for about 30 years, and I've developed a lot of facilities. We normally peg that between 5 and 10% of your customers might visit on a day, 5% normal, 10% on a busy day. So you're projecting maybe 15 to 20 vehicles a day. It's pretty minimal as far as the number of people. Having more than 1 or 2 vehicles on site at the same time for a location this small is about the max that you're going to be looking at.
And how big will the buildings be?
We've got 3 buildings preliminary that would be 150 by 40, and a 4th building that would be 160 by 40.
Just one story?
Just 1 story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're not going to be monster buildings.
Oh.
Interesting. Any additional questions? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so this does not require a finding of.
Correct.
Madam Chairman, it's a public hearing, you need to solicit
Oh,
input from.
Yes, thank you. Is there anyone here who would like to speak on behalf or against the project? Okay. Seeing none, all right, thank you.
Okay. So again, just a reminder, Indiana Code 3674, 602, 603, and 608 require the Plan Commission to pay reasonable regard to the comprehensive plan, current conditions, and the character of current structures and uses in each district, the most desirable use for which the land in each district is adapted, the conservation of property values through the jurisdiction, and responsible development and growth. So we're just, again, looking for a recommendation to Common Council, whether that's positive, negative, or no recommendation.
Okay, so may I have a recommendation or a negative recommendation, positive or negative?
I move that we forward a positive recommendation to the town council to rezone this parcel.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, those in favor?
Aye.
And those opposed? All right, it has been granted. Okay,
And that was the end of the new business.
yes, that was the end of the new business, and I do believe we have some address reports that we need to.
We do, so just for information to the Plan Commission, we have some updated addresses. These, we've just been accumulating throughout the year until we got enough to report. So TJ Maxx is going in at 207 Lemon Drive. The Menards self-storage units that are going up will be addressed as 3055 Menards Drive. Wayne Street Commons is at 1030 South Wayne Street. The Clink accessory structure, they came to BZA for putting a driveway in there. So that is being addressed as 425 Beverly Court. And then Don Wise owns a vacant lot next to that, so we went ahead and addressed that one at the same time, just to save time later. That is 495 Beverly Court. And then the mayor at council last week did make a proclamation, right? Is that what it's called?
That's what it's called.
To change Innovation Way to Richard Hickman Way in honor of the former mayor. So,
Lemonade,
Lemon Drive.
Lemon Drive,
Lemon Drive.
is that in front of like Dunham's and Ollie's?
No, so Lemon Drive is where TJ Maxx is going in.
Oh, TJ Maxx.
Yes,
Yeah,
so the road right there by Starbucks, the entrance there is actually Lemon Drive.
With the fells.
All right, is that all that is on the agenda tonight?
That is all that I have.
Okay. Do I have a motion to close the meeting?
Moved.
Second? Second. I don't think we have to take a vote on that.